Hello my disciples, I'm Dark the Damned, and welcome back to a new episode of Deep Dive into VTubers. This is the series where we discuss VTubers and their content without delving into drama or controversy. This is a rather important episode in my opinion. We will get to why in due time, so be sure to stick around to the end. We will be revealing who's the next VTuber on the series, so don't go away. But let's not take up too much time. For any regulars, you guys know the drill, but if you don't, let's rapid fire our categories. My first thoughts on the VTuber, where I found them, first heard of them, etc. My opinion on their model or models. It's if I enjoy how they look, their aesthetic, etc., and exploring the models throughout the VTuber's journey. My opinion on their content. What I think of their content on YouTube only, because I don't really watch Twitch enough for me to cover it properly. And if I enjoy the content that I watched, the quality of it, etc. And lastly, my final thoughts. My last thoughts and overall summary of the VTuber at the end. But with all of that explained, who are we covering today? Well, she's the literal definition of a mommy. She's got two very good points to make. She's lived through a lot, and she's a victim of judgment. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, and let's hear it for Vexoria the Sun Eater. I mean, come on, what other Pokemon song would it be, guys? Vexoria is one of the most interesting cases on this series, in my opinion. She's a VTuber who I hadn't heard about, and only learned of her through an old Reddit series that I used to do. We'll get to that later. But after doing some research on her, and learning more about her, I'm glad I waited until I was a bit wiser to cover her. Had I been doing this series a few years ago, I would have misrepresented her. I imagine she is quite the divisive figure when it comes to looking at a VTuber. I mean, take a look at her channel. I don't think she's being subtle with what a good chunk of her content is trying to be. But hey, at least she's honest with what she does instead of lying to others or scamming people. We'll get to why I was able to do this episode properly in a little bit, but obviously I have to preface. My channel isn't for kids. Never was, never will be. And even though I'm only going to delve into the YouTube side of her content, the content in question is definitely a little extravagant at times. So if that isn't your cup of tea, this may not be one that you want to watch. But if you are wanting to hear my thoughts on this snack, be sure to stay tuned. But without further ado, let's discuss my first thoughts. My first thoughts on Vexoria was, wow, what a stupid lewd VTuber with no talent other than her massive gazongas. No! That's what I would have said a few years ago, but as I've gotten older, I've learned to look past stuff like that. With shows like Cyberpunk Edgerunners that has quite a bit of lewd material, among other shows, if you really look past all of that, you can find a well-made, good and engaging story. I approached Vexoria the same way. Sure, she is lewd, nobody is denying that. But there is a person behind it, a person with a story to tell, and a person who has personality with quirks. For the first video of hers that I checked out, it was 4 mommy VTubers Rate Your Filthy Rooms. And the title is just a wild one. But I ended up checking it out because I saw that Cha-Cha was a part of it. And I just gotta say, I loved it, man. My god, they bounce off of each other so well, and every single VTuber there, Sanson, Luca and Cha-Cha, they all vibed so well with Vexoria. I was just smiling damn near the whole time I was watching it. That leads me on to one of the first points of praise that I would love to give Vexoria. She's got a lovely voice.
I leave for like 2 minutes to go pee. I come back to Zolon and Little Snake saying, Captain Mother.
Very pleasant for me to personally listen to. I'm more sensitive to loud noises due to my autism, so hearing a voice that's not too loud or all over the place is definitely something that I can listen to regularly. I did end up checking out a video of her on her own as well, to see if she could keep it together and keep entertaining. And yeah, she definitely can. Overall, I would be a liar if I said that I didn't have my doubts when coming into Vexoria. Oh wait, shit, that sounded bad. Wait, no.
You just got caught. You just got.
I mean, I did have my doubts when watching Vexoria, but for a first impression, I liked her. But let's discuss her models, and buckle up because we have quite a few to talk about here. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to cover every single model that she's used. I know she has made quite a journey throughout her VTubing career, spanning several years, so I will do my best to get the most notable ones that I can find on her YouTube. So again, if I miss like a model or two, maybe some that were used exclusively on Twitch that she didn't convert into a VOD, I'm hoping that some of the sacrifices in the comments section can point them out for me. But let's get started. The first one, at least the furthest back that I can go via her YouTube, is this model. First things first, Pokemon! Yes! Legends Arceus. I haven't actually finished it yet, to be honest, but I do know that she is a Pokemon fan. I even got her a shiny Psyduck as well. I made a whole video on it, because Psyduck is one of her favourite Pokemon. But I'm sorry, that's the Pokemon nerd in me talking. Let's actually get to her model and keep on track. I gotta say, wow. I love the aesthetic of this. First off, purple. Guys, you all know, if you are around on my channel for a bit, if there is purple on a VTuber model, Dark is immediately a fan. So you already got me with that one. Secondly, I love the colorations and the vibe of the outfit. It looks straight out of Egypt and really reminds me of the old pharaohs, which I'm pretty sure that's what she was going for. Vexoria actually has quite a few lore videos, but I'm going to hold off talking about them here because I want to make a separate reaction video to each of them. But I'd definitely say give them a go, and if you want to hear and enjoy the story behind Vexoria's VTuber models, she's definitely got you covered. For one of her first models, if not her first model, it really is pretty dang good. It moves around quite decently well, again the colours and the artwork are lovely. Overall, I really don't have too much complaints about this model. Sure, later on some of her models will absolutely trample all over this one, but you gotta start somewhere, and she really nailed it on this one. There's also like a darker skinned alternative version to this, and I'll be completely honest, I'm not a fan of it at all. The first one for me is just better in every way, and I am glad that she did decide to stick with that model for the long haul. The model is a little bit stiff comparing to some of her other models, but then again I imagine she has that effect on her audience as well. But joking aside, I really do enjoy this first model. Makes me seriously regret getting mine how it was, to be honest. The negative feedback I've gotten from mine really gets to me sometimes. But you aren't here for that, so let's move on to the next one. After that, I believe, is this Christmas model. I really like it. The colours are bright and lovely, the cute little reindeer antlers she has is a very nice touch. Overall, this is definitely one of the better Christmas models that I've seen on a VTuber so far. Not really too much else to say besides that, but I just like it, so you definitely get the seal of approval from me, Vex. So good shit. Up next is a chibi model of her first design, and I really like it. I typically don't have too much to say when it comes to chibi models, but this has gotta be one of the most unique ones that I've seen. First off, she's just completely ripping off my boy Tails here, but I'd be lying if I didn't say that I found it very charming. I mean, come on, how can you not like a flying little busted snake? Also, on a side note, with how fast that tail is going, Zolon is either a very happy man or a very scared man depending on how Vex is feeling. Let's pray for him, bro, don't make her mad at all. But in general, I really do like this model. For a chibi model, it is very nice. This would also get a cute little officer outfit to go along with it. Not much more to add here, to be completely honest. Other than she's got the swag for sure. And yeah, I'm saying swag instead of drip. I'm almost 22, give me some slack here. But I really do find it just as charming as without the officer outfit as well. So W choice, Vexoria. Let's stick with the chibi theme for now, and look at this one. And gotta say, it's pretty much an improvement over everything I really enjoyed. So once again, Vex, I'm giving you a W on that. Great choice in the VTuber models, and I really dig its expressiveness as well. Up next, we have this one with the red dress. Love it. All I can say, love it. The hair is just gorgeous. The outfit is very pleasant to look at. I mean, it's absolutely mint. I really can't say anything negative about it. One of the best models for sure. I love it. The expressions and the movements are lovely. It just nails it. This model would also go on to get a couple of other outfits as well. And I'm pretty much a fan of all of them that I've seen so far. Don't ask me what they are, because again, you guys know, my fashion sense only goes so far, guys. You know I'm limited to only my Super Saiyan Goku hoodie amongst my other anime shirts. Up next, we have a model that I'm pretty sure a lot of the Snacrificers really love. It is none other than the Nun outfit. Come on, that was an obvious one, I had to do it. But yeah, as much as I do enjoy it, I'm sorry Vex, but you're not beating Bayonetta for the best Nun.
Do you naughty little angels deserve a good spanking?
But second place to her is really nothing to scoff at. But yeah, I like the colours, I love her expressions, I think the model is great, it works really well too, and I imagine it earned her quite a few tier 3s. Overall, it's pretty darn good for a nun. I bet the church would have words with her in regards to her peaks though. That outfit can barely contain those things, Jesus Christ. Up next we have... what the f***? Sorry, this one isn't for me. This hit me with more whiplash than that time I rode on the bumper cars for the first time. Never rode one since. Oh, I should preface by the way, whenever I don't like a model, it doesn't mean that I dislike or hate the person in question, nor do I hate them for their choices in models. I value this series on honesty. If I like something, I like something. If I don't, I don't. But I'll remain respectful. I can say that I do find the colorations to be very cool. I love Arbok, so I really enjoy the Cobra aesthetic behind it. And of course I love the nod to the pharaohs as well with the colours. But the complete whiplash between this and her previous models... I mean, I already struggle with change as it is, but this was a little much for me. So while I personally don't really gel with this one compared to the other ones, I do see the appeal behind it, and I will absolutely give it credit where credit is due, as the art is on point as usual. Also, don't take this as me disliking furries. I'm friends with quite a few furries, and they're very nice. Alright, next up we have... oh, mama. Okay, let's get a fan on in here, Jesus Christ. We have her CEO outfit. Glasses, glasses, glasses! We love glasses here on this channel. I love this design so much. The hair, the facial expressions, the outfit being a very sexy shade of purple. Not to mention the switch up that she can do to a more traditional office getup. A masterpiece. Not to mention the expressions are just perfect. This is such a spike in quality in terms of the other VTuber models, I just can't praise it enough. You see, there is more to appreciate in a VTuber model than just the calcium cannons. You gotta stop thinking with the head and think with your head. The next model is her 2.0 model, and this. Yeah, this is the Vexoria that I know. The expressions, again, are just top notch. The outfit, the colours, they're all on point. I feel like a broken record here to be completely honest, but I just genuinely think it's bloody awesome. The eyes are creepy, but in a good way. She looks like a Skyrim character, and I love it. Also, we're gonna give Zolon some love too, because you can't have Vexoria without mentioning the legend himself, Zolon, her husband. His model is the definition of... lads, this is the physique you want to go for. Its design is immaculate, and no wonder why the guy bagged himself a snack. You gotta love it. Hopping from one model to the next one, we have this one, and it is definitely one of my favourites. It reminds me a touch of Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil 8, and the hair is lovely. It reminds me of Fallout. The movement is great, the colours are also on point, and I just wish she would bust this out a bit more from time to time. Her second to last model that I'm going to discuss is this one. And if I had to describe it in one word, it would be stunning. This is a near perfect VTuber model. I can't say much except that I love every single aspect of this design. I love RPGs, and the design of it hits quite close to home. When the bullying got rough and when I felt like I was a burden to those around me, I found comfort and solace in old RPGs and stuff. So I spent a lot of the time battling big monsters, characters, or just stuff that looks like how Vexoria's does. Or I would watch my big brother fight stuff on RuneScape. Her design reminds me of some of those monsters that I would see when I would bury my head away trying to forget about the troubles of the day. So yeah, I really love this model a lot. The final model as of this video is her Ice Queen model. This model is just bloody cool. But yeah, I love this. The colours are like almost the perfect shade of blue for me. She kind of reminds me a bit of the Ice Queen from Narnia. The expressions are top notch as well. And while I imagine most people would critique this outfit for the size of the blueberries, I like it more for its aesthetic. The snowy vibe is one that I find very comforting. I used to play Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games on the DS Lite back in the day, and I love the snow days I used to have when I was a kid, so it brings back good memories. Wow, I imagine this is easily the longest model segment thus far, but I really wanted to go all out and show the full evolution of Vexoria's models throughout the years. I truly do think her models, in terms of functionality, aesthetic and uniqueness, are near the tip top of my list. I hope you guys are still with me, because now we're on to her content, and there is also quite a lot to say. Her content is quite lewd a good chunk of the time. There's no beating around the bush when it comes to this.
The milfiest of trainers. Look at me. I'm looking very milfy. I want to be the best milf. The best milf that ever was. Da-dun-dun-dun-dun.
But to say all Vexoria is just lewdness would be doing her a massive disservice. In truth, I believe Vexoria is just a big nerd like you or I. She's just big in different ways. Her content consists of all sorts of stuff, from funny collaboration stuff with people like Char Char, Tricky Wee, Sanson, and so many more.
Someone just said she likes the horsepower.
Oh, wow.
So I'll be honest with you. So that pineapple on the top shelf, I realized that that is a dog toy because my dog has the same toy. However, my brain didn't go there at first. I go, oh, they're swingers. Cool.
She does ASMR stuff as well, so if you're into that stuff.
There is the universe inside you. The millions of millions that make up you.
She does some IRL baking like how Scoo-chan does. Be sure to go and check out that video, by the way.
What are you doing?
Cinnamon
That's
titties.
disgusting!
Cinnamon titties.
Do you want me to lick it off? 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and then please slather me.
And of course she does some gaming stuff as well. In fact, a lot of her older content were just clips and highlights from her gaming streams. And she also just talks about whatever the hell she wants sometimes, like her opinions on food.
What are you talking about?
I know, I realized
It's not made with laxatives, you weirdo!
No, I realized that I'm not gonna plop my ass down on the shitter and then like an ice cream cone like McDonald's. Like, I
What
realized
are
that that's
you
not gonna happen.
talking about? Yeah, but you're fine.
Her experiences at TwitchCon.
Really crazy stuff happened at the parties, which absolutely should not have.
Maybe even giving some life advice on the side, amongst other things. I also want to point out, she did a cover of The Emptiness Machine.
I only wanted to be part of. I only wanted to be part of something. I only wanted to be part of.
I love Linkin Park to death. Their music helped me through a lot of the rough times, so seeing her cover one of my favourite songs, it really did put a massive smile on my face. So thank you. I'd love if she did a cover of Re Your Brains by Jonathan Colton with Zolon though, because that would be adorable. And she's got a lot of variety stuff on her channel too, for those who aren't quite as fond of the lewdness. However, there are some truly admirable things on her channel, and things that I really love. One is her work for charity. She and some other VTubers helped to raise over $100,000 for cancer research. Hate her or not, you can't deny that that is incredible, and absolutely worth praising, because fuck cancer. And she would know from experience. Let's head to the Reddit series, shall we? Before I did Deep Dive into VTubers, I did a series on Reddit called What are your thoughts on this VTuber? Also, fun fact, Vexoria actually did a video responding to that series. But yeah, it was basically me picking some VTubers that I heard about and asking Reddit what their thoughts on them was. Vexoria was one of those VTubers. And it was through doing light research for that series that I discovered something. Vexoria is a cancer survivor, specifically breast cancer. Now, it should go without saying that cancer is one of the scariest experiences that any human can go through, and I imagine that it was infinitely worse for her due to her having kids. My respect for her when I learned she never gave up, she continued powering through, all the while being there for her children during it. My respect just went through the stratosphere. I can't possibly begin to imagine what that must have been like for her, but we can all say, thank God she beat it. Vexoria, you have my undying respect, and I am so glad you pulled through. Also, I'd like to address something here. People criticize Vexoria for the fact that she makes the content that she does while having kids. I'm here to defend Vexoria on this point because I've spoken to Zolon personally, and I can say without any shadow of a doubt, Vexoria and Zolon are wonderful parents. They respect their kids' privacy, they only involve them on their channel with their own permission, and they let them have a life outside of the spotlight, which says a lot about the content of her character, and it puts her way ahead of some of the parents on YouTube that you've seen. She never let her success or her content cloud the fact that she is a mother at first. So to all the people calling her a disgusting person, other horrible names that I can't even say here, and a bad mother, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. But I do. Time to get somewhat personal, and if you want to skip, you can skip to this point. My parents are lovely. I love them to death. They've done everything for me, and I have nothing but gratitude for them. But my friends and the people that I've met through school and college, not so much. I've seen what bad parents do to kids. They give up on them. They don't respect their privacy or what they want to do. And they never are there for them. I've been in difficult schooling situations when I was lumped in with those who had way more serious things going on than I did, through the foster care system amongst other scenarios which I don't want to get into. So I've seen these things firsthand, and I've spoken to the people who have suffered through these. Vexoria blows all of that away. Through her channel she has loads of moments of her being a brilliant parent, lovely wholesome moments with her and Zolon, her son and her daughter, like her son telling the story of his first touchdown.
Do you want to tell him what happened at your football game today? What happened at your football game today, Little Snake?
I scored my first touchdown.
Let's go! He scored his first touchdown! Dude, he ran from his own 10-yard line. He got a handoff, he got through everybody, and he was gone. He eclipsed everybody. You looked back at me while you were mid-run, and I was like, just keep going! Keep running! You did such a great job. I'm so proud of you. You hear me screaming? I love you. Have a good night.
And when he pops in every once in a while,
Yes?
What exactly do you believe was happening?
Hi. Are you going to bed?
Yes,
I love you.
I love you too.
You have a good night, baby.
I love you, mommy.
I love you too, baby.
Bye.
Bye. What? Oh, thank you, baby. Say goodnight to baby. Little Snake.
and for her daughter, they do videos together like opening up trading cards.
Oh, this is my eldest. Hi, guys. Hi. We're gonna open some V cards today. You really want to open up some V cards, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. 100%. You're gonna be my good luck charm. My good luck charm. Because we get to get some 10s today, right? We better.
I'm manifesting, but we pull some 10s.
You're manifesting.
One thing I've painstakingly learned is that people are so quick to judge others if what they do isn't the norm. I've lived through that. I was never normal myself. I didn't even listen to mainstream music until I was like 16 years old. And even while editing this, I'm listening to Pokemon songs or the Last of Us soundtrack, amongst other kinds of gaming songs. I guess it's why I gravitated towards VTubers. I've always been the weird one. The one nobody wants to hang out with because I typically didn't do what everybody else did. And I kept to myself out of fear. I even still feel like an outsider now and it gets a bit lonely for me sometimes. I'm sorry if I was rambling on, I'm sure this isn't what you're interested in, hearing about what I have to say all my life. But anyways, it's why I can look past the lewdness of her model and see the content of her character, because I've seen what judgment can do to a person. It breaks them down little by little, and it can really affect them. It's why I try my absolute best to make people happy, compliment them where I can, and find the good where other people may turn a blind eye. And let's be honest, Vexoria's been through enough. What do I think of her content? I think there is true good buried deep beneath those chest pillows. You just gotta be open-minded and find it.
I hear laughing from Zolon, and I'm a little bit concerned. What?
Hi!
What?
Donuts are here. As soon as they came in, Little Snake got super excited, so he ran down into the basement to tell his sister. So I hear, "Oh, sweet donuts! That's W for us! Let's go!" And then the two of them
Oh my gosh, okay.
head up towards the stairs
Uh-huh.
and see me standing at the top of the stairs. They're like, "We got donuts!" And I'm like, "I got donuts!" And I quickly closed the door on them.
That's so mean!
My final thoughts on Vexoria? I see a deeply caring person, a wonderful mother, and a hilarious neck. I'm truly proud of how far she's come, overcoming so much judgment from people who say truly disgusting things to her and her family, then to beating cancer and being able to raise her kids in a great environment. She's done so much as a VTuber, and if you can look past the lewdness, you can find something special. You'll find a happy family, good vibes, and lots of funny stuff as well. Would I recommend Vexoria the Sun Eater? I definitely would, but her content isn't for everybody, especially if you're not too fond of the more adultish content. If she does fit your interests though, and if you're able to find what you can enjoy, I can assure you that you will definitely not be disappointed. Vexoria, you and the Snacrificers and Zolon, you guys are absolutely lovely. Please keep being awesome for many years to come. Anyways, I best get off. No, not like that. Remember, we'll be revealing the next VTuber, so don't go away quite yet. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you want to help me reach my goal of 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as it really does help me a lot. I'd love to do a video with Vexoria because my god, her energy with others is just amazing, but that's up to her. Thank you guys for the continued support on this series, as it really does mean the world. But for now, I'm Dark the Damned, and let's see who's next on this series. Stay tuned.